Do you want to meet the most popular, most inexpensive casket in the funeral game today? Of course you do.
And people think I'm the weird one.
Me.
I introduce to you the gray cloth.
She is simple, she is neutral, she is affordable.
A staple in the funeral industry for decades.
Before we take a closer look on the inside, let's take a closer look on the outside. Because what this is cloth. This is a cloth-covered casket. In this case, it is fiberboard, but they also make it in reinforced cardboard. Now, both of those work for cremation. However, most cemeteries will require a casket that is structurally sound. So in that case, it's the fiberboard one. It meets the requirements, just like this casket does. Before I give you like the grand tour, I just want to say this. She is a budget baddie, okay? She is not flashy, she's not ornate, but she is reliable. Now, she's the casket that shows up for like moms, dads, grandmas, neighbors, without the markup. I'm going to show you and teach you a little about these caskets too, because they are much different than a standard casket. So as funeral directors, we actually have to approach them completely differently than other caskets. So this is the inside. You could still see it has the really nice material. I'm going to talk about this in a second, the pillow. Now, one big difference here, I can show you, is the bed. Only one side is adjustable, which is the head side. Nada on the foot side. And yes, if you guessed this is plastic, you are correct. I hate it. Now, whenever I set these caskets up, I put the pillow where it belongs, and then I crank the casket bed up to about where the decedent's shoulders would be leveled with this. And then what that does is it's creating a steep, right? So I take this here and I fold it up. And sometimes I put even more padding in there. We do have a lot of these throws, so I'll use those. So that the decedent is more leveled in the casket, you know what I mean? But then there's always one tiny little issue with this casket. The plastic bottom. I promise you that if you were going to be moving this casket, perhaps going into church, I don't know, wherever you're moving it to, and there's not anything at the foot end, like maybe a box or something there, the decedent who was here is now going to be there. I promise. Unless they're really tall, of course. I have stood beside this casket countless times. Veterans, friends, neighbors, family members, my own best friend, and I can tell you that this casket has probably carried more love and legacy than a lot of hardwoods have. Funeral industry staple. Mwah.